Hello and welcome to another update video about ETH. Yeah, it's starting to look promising again. Maybe this is finally the beginning of this sell-off. I already shared this micro count on Telegram and Discord a little earlier today and said that this would be my preferred wave count here in this white wave count, which is the short-term bearish one, but ultimately still bullish. So I still expect lower prices. I consider the yellow wave count unreliable, yeah, especially with this very long sideways movement now. I don't really want to call that a wave 4 and a wave 5. So it all depends really on that 1818 level as shared throughout the last few days, where we said as long as it's holding 1818, it could theoretically still push higher in, some kind of larger corrective pattern or maybe even a diagonal, but it's unreliable, and until proven I am still focused on the white wave count basically, which would send us down lower again in this support area. Support, as you know, is $1,700. I sincerely hope that now a little bit of end of the week volatility kicks in. Maybe it will finally help us to get lower. This white wave count, I mean, it can always extend higher short term, right? But this particular one, where I've now added also the micro count for this C wave here, would of course be invalidated with a break above today's high. So as long as we are below 1860, I would now be focused on the downside, where we had a wave 1 as a leading diagonal. I think I showed that wave count on the weekend already. A wave 2 to the upside, now a wave 3 to the downside. Again, that would ideally break below 1818, but I would find or would expect some support here. Then maybe a wave 4 and a wave 5 to flush it all out towards 1780. That would be ideal. Let's see where we eventually land. I mean, first of all, we need to break below 1818. I wouldn't consider this an easy ride. Yeah, I think we are here on a roller coaster. A very boring one, though. It's a bit of a nightmare roller coaster, to be honest. Yeah, but hopefully we finally get this done. And if that trend line breaks as well, this descending trend line, I mean, that would be additional confirmation that we're heading a little lower. As I said, this correction is designed to bore people out, to make people completely bored, so that everybody's switching off. As soon as enough people have switched off, this third wave rally could start. Okay, so basically no change to previous updates, but maybe now we might be witnessing just now this end of the week volatility that sometimes kicks in. I think last weekend we didn't have much, but maybe this is it. We'll see. Already happy to see a few candles in any direction. Doesn't matter, anything. I take anything these days. So it's crazy. You get excited about 0.6% of a move. It's crazy, isn't it? So yeah. So let's see if this is following through now. Micro support at 1831, 1818, and then it should ideally increase even more downside momentum below 1818. Not much more to update. Just be aware that, as we've said throughout, this yellow support area should be the jump off point for a rally to 2,500 plus. First of all, however, we need to build a lasting low. I also highlighted that I consider, so let's say assume Ethereum would have bottomed already. I like that bottoming structure here more than on the Bitcoin chart, but ultimately also unreliable because ETH failed to create 5 waves. And as I always say, it is so useful to wait for those 5 waves, because if we don't, then you have no confirmation that the trend has shifted. So yeah, let's see. I mean, it's going to get interesting, but I have little hope that this is finally the flush to the downside. It's choppy at the moment. It's very boring. And the next line of support is here 1831 and the descending trend line. And 1830 is also here the 50% fib level. So we've got a bit of a confluence of support here where we could see a bit of a bounce. That's my update about ETH. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.